Monday again. How did that happen? What I wanted to tell you is that I think I have the best, the nicest people watching my videos. Honestly, I'm reading your comments and I didn't even say anything special. Last time I'm reading your comments and you're just like the nicest, the most amazing people. You know, such lovely comments. It almost makes me cry. But you know how you talk that you're glad that you found my vlog and you're watching it now. Like, I feel so lucky to have found you to watch my vlog, you know, because that's what I'm doing it for. This is what I get back, you know. I get back the love and your lovely comments. And this is pretty cool. And also, look what I'm wearing today. Hello, I'm wearing a brooch. So I've decided to go against the buttons just like you said. I'm wearing my brooch and that kind of holds it together. And then I also put this there. I hope you can read it. You know what, instead of putting it on the back of my neck, I decided to put it where I can actually go woohoo, woohoo. And you know, like, it's not just me that can see, then it's just other people, but it's kind of like hidden at the same time. And what I want to say, that loads of you guys have agreed in the comments that it doesn't look like lawn, but I want to say that it really wears really nicely. Actually, it's very, very breathable. And I forget I'm wearing anything, you know, and it's just like super comfortable. So maybe it's not a lawn, but you know what, it was worth the money. Actually, it wasn't that expensive, but it was worth, you know, I'm glad I bought it. And I'm gonna proceed and I'm gonna make the second shirt now using different pattern. And I also have a couple of other things that I'm gonna be doing this week. I hope to make more than one, so that's the plan. But I also have to work during the day, and I also have to do my little translation thingies, don't I? So let's see how we get on. And I just want to say happy Monday. And you know what, before you ask, this is my first coffee in like 5 days, and I'm this hyper before I drink it. So just FYI, you know. Love you all. And let's see what the week brings. See you later. Bye. Happy Wednesday morning. I just want to say that I'm wearing my grasser shirt that I showed you last month. This is the first time I'm wearing it actually, and I was talking how I find this cotton to be a little bit stiff because it's poplin. It's okay though. I don't mind it too much. I think I kind of tucked it in. I'm wearing I think it's called Pietra pants by Closet Core, so I've half tucked it in there, so it's kind of okay. I don't mind it, but I just super quickly wanted to show you the patterns that I've got on sale. It was Simplicity Patterns, 50% off. I think they're still going, but I got it from Minerva because I have an annual membership and I got further 10% off, so that's not a bad deal, is it? So to show you what I've got quickly, the first shirt I got is this one. I think the reason I got it was for this lace little number. I just saw that and I was like, oh yeah, I can do that. But then also it's quite a nice design, just something slightly different from like a fitted t-shirt, because my favorite fitted t-shirt is Agnes by Tilly in the Buttons, because I love that neckline. I just absolutely love that neckline. So second one is of some reason I just really like my big sleeves. So that's a Simplicity 8644. I got it for the sleeves. And in fact, I thought, you know what, if you extend this one, for example, you can easily make it into a dress. So that could be quite easy to do. Just extend the bottom part of a blouse. But anyway, so that's that one. The next one I got, again, I could not resist the sleeves. Just look at those sleeves. They probably don't suit me, to be fair, but you know what, I just had to have them. I had to have a go. And I'm looking at this white blouse that it's made in, and it's like, it looks like a cotton gauze to me. Then I got this skirt. I think it's quite nice. I love the fact that it's not too constrictive, but it's also not too big, so it's kind of smooth around the hips, and then it flares out at the bottom. I like the lengths. I don't know, I think what's, for example, if I like this one on the girl here, it's C, and for a C we only need 2 meters 20 centimeters, so I can take my 2 meter fabric lengths that I have that are not long enough for a dress, and I just make a skirt with it, you know. Anyway, I like that one. And then also, you know, I'm always on the hunt for like a pajama pattern. I've used 2 pajama patterns already, and I've made 3 sets of pajamas, or is it 3 or 4 I've made already, and I'm still not entirely happy for one reason or another. So I got this one. I've also got Caroline pajamas, but it requires like extra trace and stuff, so I've got this one for an easy option, and this one doesn't have like a separate cuffs on trousers or shirt or any darts or anything that requires like extra work. Like I said previously in my other video, pajamas should be easy, you know, it shouldn't be any extra designer details unless you choose to do so. It just should be a quick make. So that's that. And I also got, you know, the Big Sew's patterns. They've just released a new collection, and I could not resist. And I bought 3 patterns because they had a deal going. I think it's like the more patterns you buy, the more % off, money off you have. So I bought 3, and I got 1 free one. So 1 free one's called Milana, and I got that one because I do like the back of it. I'm not quite sure that I like the sleeveless version and a ruffle on me. I might do something with it and attach a sleeve from a separate pattern or something. I don't know, we'll see. But another one I got was a Clarissa, and that one has a shirring bodice and a big massive sleeves. So it's shirred bodice all around and like a plain long skirt, like a gathered skirt from the waist. So I quite like that one. You know, like I have all my cottons that I got from the eBay. I'm thinking, you know, I could use that up, and it's quite a trendy little design. Also, I got a dress called Uni, and that one has a gorgeous back and really big sleeves. So again, that's something that I might make out of my eyelet fabric, maybe. When I went into town around the shops a couple of weekends ago, I was looking just to see what's out there, and I was looking at the dresses, and literally all the dresses are pretty much the same. So you either have a tent dress, which is just like goes from a thin straps on the top on goes to the huge big tent length dress made out of like a flowy, like a viscosy kind of fabric, or it's shirred with big sleeves, you know, or it's just kind of fitted around the bust and waist area with a long skirt and ruffle, and again big sleeves, you know. So I looked at those 2 new patterns for the dresses, and I was like, that's exactly what's going on in the shop. So if I just make myself some, you know, I don't have to pay silly money for it. I mean, I did pay kind of silly money for the fabric, but it's not as silly as the ones in the shops. And then the last pattern I got is Cynthia shirts, and it's an oversized shirt. I've seen some really amazing versions made by clever Russian ladies on Instagram, and what they do is they just wear it with like shorts a lot, and I'm thinking, yeah, I quite like that. So anyway, if I make one, I will omit the cuffs, purely for the reason that I never wear my shirts cuffed, so I might just as well just not do that. So that's what I wanted to show you anyway, and then I think next time I see you we're going to be sewing upstairs or cutting or doing something productive rather than just talking blah 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 about sewing. So stay tuned and I'll see you in a minute. Bye. Okay, Thursday here. I have decided to make a Winslow culottes after all. I have copied my pattern pieces, and I've decided to go with Helen's tutorial on how to make slanted pockets and the gathered back waistband. So I've drafted the pockets the way she says on her website, which is make a 12-inch by 12-inch square, then you make a 2-inch mark on the top and an 8-inch mark down the bottom, and you put the line there. So I'm about to cut this part out and mark where it goes on my front piece. So I've decided to be a little sneaky and not make a brand new piece for the front. What I've done is I've preserved the marks for the pockets that they've originally have, and then I've drafted my bits which is supposed to be cut off for the slanted pocket. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to just bend it like this, and I'm going to cut around it so that later on I have an option to make just the usual pockets, and that way I'm being a bit sneaky because I can use both versions now. So I finished cutting out all my pieces. This is my back piece, and this is my what's to be the waistband, which will need to be calculated because I'm changing the back due to the hack. This is my front piece, and what I've done is I've interfaced the slanted pocket that I drafted. Because it's viscose, it's quite flimsy, I just kind of cut very narrow bits of interface. Now I still have to attach it with the iron, so it's still in a loose shape, but I've done the same for the pockets, and I know it's very naughty that I've cut them out creased, but don't worry, I did straighten them out when I was cutting them. And if you remember, this is the fabric that I got from Pound Fabric. This is like a plain viscose fabric, really inexpensive, and I thought I'd just use that for my pockets. And this color will be only just peeking through, and I think it's quite matching quite nicely with this one, so that's okay. Hey guys, it's Saturday morning, well, it's nearly afternoon, and I didn't really sew anything last night. I think my week was a bit full on, so kind of needed an evening off, so I just sat on my bed and read Threads magazines and I've watched a couple of YouTube videos. But I'm very confident that I'm going to finish those Winslow culottes today, and that will be done. If you're wondering why my head is shaking on your screen, that's because we are actually driving to nearby plant nurseries, and for those of you in America, that's what we call the garden center. So it's like a little garden center with trinkets and candles and plants and all sorts of things. We're nearly there. I'll try to do a little bit of footage for you in there, and I'll see you later. And I also forgot to tell you that I'm wearing my Vicky Sews Sydney dress today. So, right, going in now. See ya. So when I moved to England, I've learned this English tradition of having cream teas, and what you have is butter scones, then you have your clotted cream, and then you got your jam. So I'm brewing two cups of tea at the moment, and apparently there's like ongoing debate of what goes on the scones first, cream or jam. And as you can see actually on this clotted cream, they put jam on first. As if trying to sway you, which is quite naughty actually. Well, I didn't grow up in England, but it was apparent to me that actually cream goes on first. And look at this one as well. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I actually think the cream should go on first and then you have the jam. But if you disagree with me, you can always leave me a comment. I have been hard at work to complete my culottes this weekend. This is how far I've got. So I did do my French seams. So this is the back French seam, and also I've done them on side seams here. But at this point I didn't do French seams on the pockets because I didn't plan accordingly, which is fine. So on the outside, as I said, I am not a pattern matcher. For all my saintly qualities, you know, with sewing and all my patience, I just will not match a pattern unless it matches accidentally. So this is the front seam here, this is the front pleats. These are the slanted pocket hack that I've done. I just went on Helen's Closet blog and I followed the instructions. It was very straightforward. I've done pretty much everything but the band and the hems. Now for the hems of these culottes, what I've made is this tape. It's not a bias tape, it's cut on just across the grain, because the bottoms of the culottes are just a straight line as well, so it doesn't have to be stretching or anything. And I've cut it 3 centimeter wide and I've ironed it in half. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to now match the raw edge of the tape to the raw edge of the culotte on the right hand side. I'm going to stitch it about 5 millimeters away from the raw edge. I'm going to fold it on the inside and then stitch it from the inside. It's going to be super tidy, and I'm going to show you when I'm finished, because last time I told you about this method but I didn't explain how it's done. So this is just to show you the process really. So you know how we talked of stitching that ironed, folded in half ironed tape face to face with the hem. So that's what I've done. This is the hem. I've stitched it about 5-6 millimeters away, and I trimmed the edge now. So you've now seen the trimmed edge. And basically what I'm doing now is I've trimmed the edge. I'm just folding it like this. I'm folding it inwards so that when I stitch over this line here, I'm just going to stitch about 2 millimeters away. On the right side, we're just going to have a very, very tidy stitch. And then on the inside, we're going to have this super tidy finish that really doesn't take that long, I promise you. And I do believe that it takes even less time to do than the double folded hem. It's quite late. I don't think I'm going to be doing the waistband today. I think I'm going to do it tomorrow morning. Now it's Saturday evening now, so tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, I'm just going to wake up, leisurely have my almond croissant and a coffee or a tea or whatever gets served. And then I'm just going to crack on with doing the waistband and finishing my culottes, and then I'm going to wrap it up tomorrow. So good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Rightio then. So super quickly show you this is all done. All done. All done. All done. And just FYI, it took me ages. Oh, Jesus Christ, why can't I just be normal? You know how Helen advises to overlock this edge here? However, for me, it was just not good enough. So I had to put a binding strip all over it, and in places where you pull the elastics through and secure it, you had to leave them open. So I had to then do everything on this side and on the back. And then after I inserted the elastic, I had to first close the seams, and then I had to reattach, you know, the binding strip. Anyway, so unnecessary. I don't know, but I'm quite pleased, I think, with the result actually. But I'll tell you about it in a minute. The only untidy finish in here is the bottom of the pocket, which I will take care of next time, so it will be all nice. Okay. And these are my pleats, and these are the pockets. Hi. So I thought I'd never finish on time, but I did. I'm quite happy with the result. However, I have to say that I couldn't decide what to do with this fabric for a very, very long time, as you know, because I kept thinking about it for about 3 weeks now. And finally I took the plunge, and is that the right word to say? Finally I've made a decision. Anyway. And finally I've cut them up and I've made my Winslow culottes. And I have to say that I still have about 1.40 meters of fabric left, so the fabric is absolutely gorgeous. It's been gifted by Minerva, so thank you again. And I will be making a top out of it as well to go with the culottes. Now, in regards to the culottes themselves, I find them absolute delight. I think not too long. I think before too long I'll be making myself another pair, and maybe not just even one, maybe two. So I like the hacks that I've employed into this particular make. So I literally just copied what Helen did with her blue version that she's got on her sides. So she did exactly that. She's done 2 hacks, one for the gathered back and one for the slanted pockets. For me, I think it's perfect, except for the next time I think I will play around with the pocket shape and maybe make them larger. I don't know. How often am I going to use them though? You know, I think for me, I very rarely use the pockets unless it's a coat, then yes. I've got my next project already sussed out, and if you guys watched a couple of my last episodes, I think you might guess what it's going to be, but I'm not going to tell you. You're going to wait and see till next weekend. Today, for the rest of the afternoon, I'm going to be doing the editing, and then it's my turn to make tea, so I'm going to be doing that, and then in the evening I'll probably do a little bit of knitting because I am dying to start a new knitting project, but I forbid myself from doing so until I finish my current one. It's a new week tomorrow with the new challenges. It's going to be busy again. Busy, even more so now that I've got on a couple of extra things to do for myself, but I don't mind because it does keep me happy, and I was quite happy this week doing all those things. Anyway, I hope you've had a good week. I'm wishing you the most amazing week ahead, and I will see you guys next weekend. Stay pretty, and make something cool. Bye!
I'm changing.